Hi, I'm Ailbhe McDonagh and today we'll be learning how to play the fourth finger on the cello. So just for anyone out there who plays the piano, when you're thinking about piano fingering, they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, on the cello, we always call this the thumb, and then the fingerings are 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a little bit different, and we always have to remember that cello fingering is slightly different to piano fingering. So today we're going to be looking at the fourth finger, or the pinky. What is interesting about this in your hand is, as a cellist, when you're playing the left hand, you'll often find that fingers 1 and 2 feel much stronger and have more control than fingers 3 and 4. That's actually because the first finger and the second finger have their own tendons, whereas the third and the fourth finger join here in a V and then continue down. So they literally don't have the same strength, and we often have to work on them a little bit more. So we have to be extra specially careful to make sure that the weight is over the finger playing and has a little bit of support. So let's approach it on the A string here. So we want to have, so that is the A, followed by fourth finger D. And you can see here I have my third and my fourth finger down together because there's more support there. And as you play more and more cello and they get stronger and stronger, you don't necessarily always have to have them together, but it's good practice to do this from the outset. Now, just looking at the spacing, if you measure from the middle of your third fingernail to the middle of your fourth fingernail, that's 3 centimeters. So that's just giving you an idea of where you'll place that finger. So between all the fingers in the first position, it's quite a big stretch actually. So when you start, you will have to really make sure that you're spreading between your second and third and your fourth. It's not very often we use that hand position in life otherwise. So I'm going to play A to D, and then the notes that we already know now are the open A string, B, C sharp, D. And you can see I walked my fingers over. So have a look one more time. Weight over the first finger, weight over the third finger, weight over the fourth finger. So that area where I can actually play all of those fingers at the same time, that's where we want to have our weight balance. So you want to have your hand sort of ready to play there. And then as you play each note, you can walk the fingers. Moving on to the D string, our fourth finger plays a G on the D string. So here's our open D. You can see again my third finger there for support behind it. So our 4 notes, D, E, F sharp, G. And I walked my fingers up as I went. So the weight is transferring from first finger to third finger to fourth finger. It's never just static. Continuing to the G string, we've got open G, fourth finger C. So you can see there, I have my third finger there for support. So the notes that we now know are G, first finger A, third finger B, and fourth finger C. And then finally on the C string. So I'm lifting my elbow even more now to play on the C string and get my weight going perpendicular to the string. So you can see here we've got an open C string, and then a fourth finger F. So the 4 notes that we know are open C, first finger D, third finger E, I'm walking over, fourth finger F. Just a reminder that the thumb is not pressing upwards at all, we're sinking down. So I suppose we're depressing the string, if that's what we're thinking about, but we're sinking in a very everything is sinking in together like we're sinking into a mattress. The more we can think about that all the time, and just give your thumb a waggle in the air behind to make sure that it's not pressing upwards as we play. Okay, So your hand will get stronger and stronger. This will take a little bit of time to develop the knuckles here, this muscle beside those knuckles. So again, we want to make sure that with the fourth finger, we're not depressing like that, but that we have the big knuckles up high enough there to support the finger. Another interesting thing about the fourth finger is when you play the fourth finger on the A string, which is a D, that's the same note as the open string next to it, so it's also a D. So that's just another D, one octave below. And that works for all of the strings going down. So if you play a fourth finger G on the D string, the next open string is also a G, just one octave below. I love finding those patterns. Where can I find the same note all over the instrument? So then we have C on the G string, open C. Just a nice little way to find the same note on the instrument. Finally, we're going to play a little tune that you will recognize using the 3 fingers and the open strings. See if you can recognize this one. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.